They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. To the air goes Daniels. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Open man. That's Devontae Smith. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. A quick throw here out to Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. And this is caught. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler, 42 yards. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing now is Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down. Daniels looking to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been A pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later.
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all
We might have
about
to
how you
switch coverage just real
respond,
quick.
not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Back to throw again. That one downfield for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He shakes it off, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
To throw is Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Daniels. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Come on. Hit the street. Hit the street.
Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And the pressure gets to him again. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, Austin Seibert on to try the Washington field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Seibert able to knock this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Escaping the pressure right. That one downfield for Dotson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Daniels.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back
It is
to
the
a
same
one-score
place every
game.
time.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. And my goodness,
Switch it.
another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Throwing is Hurts. It's caught. Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. In motion right is Brown.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments, and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Such a lucky move.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Second and 5. He'll get this to Eckler. He's across midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Austin Eckler. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Eckler
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Hurts to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be run out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for Philly. 42 yards. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
To the air goes Daniels.
Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a 2nd and 6. Daniels looking to throw. That's caught left side by Sinnott.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one, to me.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw
Fucking
away.
lad,
He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw.
Pass complete. Goddard.
I like what they did there. Still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Back to throw.
And Dotson, he's got it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, here's Lamar. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to
this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
First down throw for Jackson. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. And no look on his first look of the game. So second down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Handoff headed right to Henry. Has some space inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Can't you know this? Those amazing essays you wrote at Cal. That start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Tucker able to take the extra points. The Ravens will jump into a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. First and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So that brings up second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes and have to stay in position, and most importantly, swat that pass away.
Hurts trying again on second down. Short pass brought in. Gets some space around midfield. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Working quickly here. On first down, Hurts. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, you've got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Hurts throwing again. This finds Smith. And he's taken down at the 30. Offense in the hurry up here. First down throwing for Hurts. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
No dollars on that prize. snap from the gun. And they can't connect on the third
So many coaches love third downs and practice them so much because they're the moment whether it's a close game or running out of hand. Coaches know how to execute and convert on these third downs.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense stayed out there on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. That's caught near the marker. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
God, I can't believe what I'm watching. What are you doing? What was that?
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles start off well to tie things 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
It's on. Middle. 6 on this drive. Get the points on the board. What it is? It's us. Keep it rolling, fellas.
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Offense up to the line fast. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's going deep. And it's picked off. Yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So now they have 3rd and short.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in. Out of bounds.
Turn to Henry on 3rd. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They are looking at 4th down, however. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. Touchdown! The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
Yeah, bro. So we really want to be there. Let me start this right now. Watch this real quick.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Looking at as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I can tell you this is a
For
line.
Jahan Dotson. So it'll
A
be
lot of
2nd
people.
down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good for a gain of 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting after the stop. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Couldn't connect right side.
He needed another second to deliver the throw for the team. They did not play that to locate the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Hurts now on 4th. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This is Henry on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. And they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
No, we changed it. Hey, hey.
Jackson now on 3rd. Completes beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. It's the Ravens looking at 1st and 5.
Hey, report. Shut up.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did. Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz, and he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and goal, Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They get 3, and it leaves them very close. 4th and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Change it.
A final throw before the break. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens will extend their lead as time expires in the half. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, Brock, not the way I imagined it was designed there on 4th and goal, but I don't think these coaches cared how he got the job done. Just make sure you get in for 6.
Yeah, really just 2 options here as the game speeds up down there, right? Find a throwing lane and execute quickly, or you better escape and make it happen with your legs. He didn't get the throwing lane, the coverage he wanted, so a great decision. You cannot hesitate. You got to go for it, and he sure did, and use that athleticism for 6.
Trying to force it to the slants. It's intercepted. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now from the gun. It's caught with Saquon Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On it with Saquon Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 11. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take over inside the 35 after the interception and a spirited return. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, ooh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
They've got first down from the 31. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative